Hi my dear students, welcome to botany classes. In this video I am going to explain another one small unit in your BSc first semester syllabus, that's called lichens. In this unit we discussed about introduction of lichens, history, distribution, external structure, internal structure, classification and economic importance of the lichens. Let's move one by one. The first, introduction. What is lichens? Lichens are the beneficial association or combination of algae and fungi. The lichens is made up of two organisms. One is algae and another one is fungi. The lichens are the made up of two types of organism. One is algae, another one is fungi. Both are symbiotic association. Symbiotic association means beneficial. Both are helpful. The algae are autotrophs that prepare food, and fungi are heterotrophs, they need food. Okay, the algae provide to the food for fungi, the fungi provide for the place for the algae, because these are the beneficial or symbiotic association of algae and fungi is called lichens. Hence is called dual organism. What are those dual organism? One is algae and another one is fungi. The lichens are made up of two partner. One is algal partner or algal component, another one is fungal component. The algal component is phycobiont. The fungal component is called as mycobiont. Is clear? And next move on, history. The term of lichens is used by the scientist Theophrastus in History of Plant in his book. The lichens is the word is Greek origin, which means any superficial growth on the bark of tree. ಈ ಗಿಡದ ಮೇಲ್ಗಡೆ ಏನಾಯ್ತೆ, ಟ್ರಂಕ್ ಮೇಲೆ ಸ್ಟೆಮ್ ಮೇಲೆ ಏನಾಯಿತು, ಒಂದು ಸೂಪರ್ಫಿಷಿಯಲ್ ಗ್ರೋತ್ ಫಾರ್ಮೇಷನ್ ಆಯಿತು. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಅವ್ರು ಏನು ಕರೆದು lichens ಅಂತ ಕರೆದು. ದ lichens is always controversial in systematic classification because it having both plant character and another one is photosynthetic character, another one is non-photosynthetic character, because it is separate in their groups. Okay, and their distribution, there are 400 genera and 15,000 species are found throughout the worldwide, and they are cosmopolitan. Cosmopolitan means they are found in everywhere. They are found in everywhere. Everywhere means trunk of the tree, okay, and bare rocks, hilly region, old walls, moist places, and temperate and tropical regions, and it is grown on soil, and it is maybe present into the marine, and it is all present into the arid and moist places, because they are one word ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಹೇಳ್ಬೇಕಂತಂದರೆ ಕಾಸ್ಮೋಪಾಲಿಟನ್ ಇನ್ ನೇಚರ್. ದೇರ್ ಆರ್ 400 genus and 15,000 species, and they are cosmopolitan. Cosmopolitan is found in everywhere, like found in temperate and tropical region, grow in the soil, bare rocks, trunk of the tree, marine system, also in arid and moist places. The external structure of the thallus. On the presence of lichens habitat that divides into three types. One is crustose, another one is Priticose, and third one is Polyos. Like what is crustose? The crustose or the thallus are flattened The thallus are the flattened and sac-like structure. Sac-like structure. It is closely adhered to the substratum. It is not easily separated from to the substratum. It is easily separated from the. It is not easily separated from the substratum. ಎಷ್ಟು ಟೈಟಾಗಿ ಕ್ಲೋಸ್ ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತಂದರೆ ಈಸಿಯಾಗಿ ಸಪ್ರೇಟ್ ಮಾಡೋಕ್ಕೆ ಬರಲ್ಲ. ಲೈಕ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡಿರಿ, ಟ್ರಂಕ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಟ್ರೀ ಮೇಲೆ ವೈಟ್ ಪ್ಯಾಚಸ್ ಕಾಣಿಸ್ತಾ ಇದೆ ಅಲ್ಲ, ದೇ ಆರ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಆ್ಯಸ್ ಲೈಕಿನ್ಸ್. ಲೈಕ್ ಯರ್ ರಾಕ್ ಸರ್ಫೇಸ್ ಯೆಲ್ಲೋಯಿಶ್ ಕಲರ್ ಕಾಣಿಸ್ತಿದೆ, ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ನಾವೇನು ಕರಿತೀವಿ, ಲೈಕಿನ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. ಓಕೆ, ದ ಕ್ರಿಸ್ಟೋಸ್ ಲೈಕಿನ್ಸ್, ದ ಥಾಲಸ್ ಆರ್ crust like. It is not easily separated from the substratum and tightly bound to the substratum. There is no lower surface. They are called as crustose. Example Lecanoro species. Lecanoro species is found on the trunk of the trees. And the next one is polioles. The polioles, the thallus are leaf-like flattened branching lobes. There are leaf-like flattened and branching lobes, and it is loosely attached to the substratum. That only difference between crustose and polioles. The crustose are crust-like, flattened and tightly attached to the substratum. Here leaf-like, flattened and branched lobes and loosely attached to the substratum, and have upper and lower surface. Easily difference between abaxial surface and adaxial surface. Upper surface and lower surface ಅಂತ ಈಸಿಯಾಗಿ ಡಿಫ್ರೆನ್ಷಿಯೇಷನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು. ಬಟ್ ಕ್ರಿಸ್ಟೋಸ್ ಲೈಕಿನ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ಈಸಿಲಿ ಕ್ಲಾಸಿಫೈಡ್. ಅಬಾಕ್ಸಿಯಲ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಅಡಾಕ್ಸಿಯಲ್ ಸರ್ಫೇಸ್, ಅಪ್ಪರ್ ಸರ್ಫೇಸ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಲೋವರ್ ಸರ್ಫೇಸ್ ಸಪ್ರೇಷನ್ ಮಾಡೋಕ್ಕೆ ಬರೋಂಗಿಲ್ಲ. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಅನಾಟಮಿಕಲಿ ಸಿಮಿಲರ್ ಟು ದಿ ಆಂಜಿಯೋಸ್ಪರ್ಮ್ ಲೀಫ್. ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಲುಕ್ ಲೈಕ್ angiosperm leaf. Angiosperm means what? Those plant produces to the flower. Those are called as angiospermic plant. Those angiospermic leaf ಹೆಂಗಿರ್ತವೆ, leaf like structure ಕಾಣಿಸ್ತಾ ಇರ್ತವೆ. You look here, like it is also present into the surface of the trunk of the tree, okay, and bare rocks, but it is loosely attached to the substratum and easily identified lower surface and upper surface. And leaf like structure, ನೋಡಿ leaf like structure ಇದೆ, flattened structure ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಇವಕ್ಕೆ ನಾವೇನು ಕರಿತೀವಿ, ಪೋಲಿಯೋಸ್ ಲೈಕಿನ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಆಫ್ ದಿ ಪೋಲಿಯೋಸ್ ಲೈಕಿನ್ಸ್ is Avernia species, and another one example that is called as Laboria. Avernia, and another one example is Laboria. And Pseudovernia species, it is the example of Polios lichen. Another one is Xanthoria. It is the example of Polios lichen. And last one is Cora species. It is also example of Polios lichens. Okay, and the next one is Priticos. The Priticos is branched, strap shaped or thread like thallus, upright or hanging. You have to differentiate it between crustose, polios and Priticos. Crustose is the crust like structure and tightly attached to the substratum. Polios is the leaf like, flattened and loosely attached to the substratum. But here Priticos, it is branched, prostrate, branched ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ, prostrate ಆಗಿರ್ಬೋದು, cylindrical in nature ಇರ್ಬೋದು, ribbon like shape ಇರ್ಬೋದು, and these are the hanging like structure ಆದರೂ ಇರ್ಬೋದು, upright or hanging like structure. They are most of the species found on the another plant. Example is Asnia. It is one of the example of Pruticose lichens. Is clear? There are three types of lichens. One is crustose, another one is pruticose, and third one is polyose. On the basis of habitat, that divides into the three types: crustose, pruticose, and polyose. The question can be asked for 5 marks in your theory examination. Okay. In the next, move on. Internal structure of the thallus. Internal structure of the thallus. Let's study it. In the internal structure, they are mainly classified or differentiated. The lichen thallus is differentiated into 4 distinct layers. One is upper cortex, second one is algal zone, third one is medulla, and fourth one is lower cortex. Okay, the upper cortex is main function. It is the outermost layer of the lichens. They are protective in nature, made up of 6 to 7 layer, made up of pseudoparenchymatous fungal hyphae. The single epidermal layer is present. These are called as upper cortex. Okay, listen once again. The outermost layer, 5 to made up of pseudoparenchymatous fungal hyphae. There are 5 to 6 layers. One single epidermal layers are present. Below the upper cortex, there are 2 to 3 layers of algal zone. The algal zone also embedded to the fungal hyphae. The algal component or maybe nostoc or maybe chlorella or maybe Cyanophyceae members are the presence here. And main function of these algal zone is preparation of food, preparation of carbohydrates. Okay, and next, below the algal layer, there are presence of medulla. The medulla is the main part of the thallus and it is conductioning of the cells. Medulla is the main part of the thallus. It is the conductioning of the cells. Below the medulla, the presence of narrow layer, compactly arranged fungal hyphae. They are called as lower cortex. The lower cortex having the lower epidermal layer. The lower epidermal layer arises to a small air-like structure. They are called rhizines. The rhizines are helpful for the attachment of the substratum. Okay, the question can be asked, what are rhizines? For 1 mark question. The rhizines are the outgrowth of the lower cortex of the lichens. It is helpful for the attachment in their function, attachment of the substratum. Okay, it's clear. And the next one is classification of the lichens. The lichens is classified on the basis of habitat. There are 2 types. One is saxicoles, another one is corticoles. The saxicoles means the lichens are presence of the crust. Okay, ಕಲ್ ಮೇಲೆ ಏನು ಬೆಳಿತಾವಲ್ಲ ಅಂಥವ್ಕೆ ನಾವೇನು ಕರಿತೀವಿ saxicoles ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. Another one is corticoles. The corticoles lichens, they have presence on the surface of the tree trunks. And next one is the presence of fungal component. The fungal member of lichens belongs to the ascolichens. The lichens divides into 2 types. One is ascolichens, another one is basidiolichens and deuterolichens. The lichens is classified again into 3 types: ascolichens, basidiolichens and deuterolichens. In the ascolichens, that divides again 2 types on the basis of fruiting body, that is called as gymnocarpae. and another one it is called as perinocarpe. Perinocarpe means the fruiting body is apothecia, disc shaped irutte. Perinocarpದಲ್ಲಿ fruiting body is flask shaped ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. Okay, it's clear. The lichens is divided into three types: ascolichens, basidiolichens and deuterolichens. The ascolichens again divides into the two types. One is zymenocarpe, another one is perinocarpe. Zymenocarpe means the fruiting body is apothecia or disc shaped. Perinocarpe, the fruiting body is flask shaped. Okay, it's clear. Next one is reproduction. Reproduction is not mentioned in your syllabus. And next move on, economic importance of the lichens. Economic importance of the lichens. Lichens is used as the food and fodder. Used as the food by the human being in many parts of the world. Also by different animals such as snails, slugs and termites, and contains polysaccharide, lignin, cellulose, vitamin and certain enzymes. ಬೇರೆ ಬೇರೆ ಜಗತ್ತಿನಾದ್ಯಂತೆಲ್ಲ ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ, ಫುಡ್ಡಾಗಿ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಫಾಡರಾಗಿ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ದ ಲೈಕಿನ್ಸ್ ಕಂಟೈನ್ಸ್ ವಿಟಮಿನ್ಸ್, ಲೈಕಿನ್ಸ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ cellulose and certain enzymes. It gives to the nutrition of the human beings and animals. And the lichens used in treatment of diarrhea, fever, epilepsy, hydrophobia and skin disease, used as the medicines. And the next one is in the industrial use. Lichens are used to the preparation of brewery and distillation and preparation of the dye, color formation ಮಾಡಲು ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. And cosmetics and perfumery. The aromatic compounds available in lichen thallus are extracted and used in preparation of cosmetics articles and perfumes. Perfumes ಮತ್ತು ಕಾಸ್ಮೆಟಿಕ್ ಪ್ರಿಪ್ರೇಷನ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಲೈಕಿನ್ಸನ್ನು ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಎಸೆನ್ಷಿಯಲ್ ಆಯಿಲ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ರಾಕ್ಟೆಡ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ದಿ ಸ್ಪೀಸೀಸ್ ಆಫ್ Ramalina and Evernia. The Ramalina and Evernia is the two types of lichens. It is used to the manufacture of cosmetic soaps. Cosmetic soapsನ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡೋಕ್ಕೆ, ಪ್ರಿಪ್ರೇಷನ್ ಮಾಡೋಕ್ಕೆ Ramalina and Evernia ಅನ್ನೋ ಸ್ಪೀಸೀಸನ್ನ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಓಕೆ, ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ another one is the lichens are used as indicator of air pollution. The lichens are used as the indicator of air pollution. These are the economic importance of lichens. It is a very simplest unit in your BSc first semester. The main important question is internal structure of the lichens for 5 marks, or briefly explain lichens. Question can be asked for 5 marks. Or write the economic importance of lichens. The question can be asked for 5 marks in your examination. Okay, it is simplest chapter. You have to study. If you have any doubt, ask in your link. Okay, thank you. One and all.